welcome to Beer Friday, brought to you by Kratz and Hodge,
Secure Store 50,
Serenades,
Kent Construction,
Patrick Charleston,
and Kelly Hayes.
Whoop whoop.
I think you need to raise a spot. We got it's like a mouthful.
It is.
Of all those people.
There's a lot of folks, man. We'll take $500 a pop. We'll take them all day long. You know, let's do it.
Buys
Make
beer.
it happen.
Hey, what are you drinking?
The Founders All Day IPA. Just a nice little beer.
I know, because I picked it up.
I know. Yeah, that's one of your favorites.
It is one of my favorites. It's been my favorites for years. It's an easy drinker. It's 4.2%. It's good summer beer. It's a little hoppy, but not over the top. It's good.
Citrusy, crisp, and refreshing.
I wouldn't call it citrusy, but I would call it crisp and refreshing.
Okay.
Actually, I have a shirt. I should have worn my shirt. I have an All Day IPA shirt from my good friend Andrew. I miss Andrew.
Oh, man.
I like your hat today.
Thank you.
It's very fun. What's the deal with your hat?
I bought this for, what did I buy this for? Something. I don't know what I bought it for. No, some special occasion. And
Was it St. Gregory's Day?
No, it was something else. Some other kind of thing. I was like, I got to have that hat for this.
I think it was Blues Brews. You wore it to Blues Brews.
No, I have an orange one.
I know exactly which one that is. Yeah.
I actually could have bought it for that, but then decided not to wear it. I don't know. I don't know what this is for.
You're just a hat man.
I'm just Hat Man
Jack over here. Did you ever go down to Hat Man Jack back in the day?
He called me.
Hatman Jack?
Jack Kellogg called me.
That guy's...
He called me, yeah.
When?
About a week ago.
He's
Seriously.
alive. I thought he sold it. Did he sell the store?
No, he's in there part-time. But he's a kind of a local historian from the Wichita area.
So what did he call you about?
About Granddad and everything.
Sheep?
Yeah, no.
Or just KFDI?
Yeah, KFDI,
Well, that's really cool.
We had a conversation. He's like, come on up sometime and we'll just shoot the breeze.
You should do that.
I'm going to.
Yeah. My aunt is obsessed with that store. She has so many hats, and that's where Hatman Jack. It's
Hatman Jack?
I mean, you don't find very many haberdashers.
No,
around.
you don't.
I don't get an opportunity to use the word haberdasher.
No, you
often.
don't. No.
But
he's one of them.
So how are you doing this week, man?
Hey,
anything new?
Yeah. You were over the house a couple weeks ago.
I was over the house.
And there was those potatoes
I remember
on the counter.
Oh yeah, your counter potatoes.
And
you mean the bowl of potatoes that you had left sitting on the counter for months, and they're like, let me die, and they're growing all these like vines.
You just said, cut them son of bitches up, throw them in the ground.
I did.
They did. They're blooming. They're just happier than can be.
You planted them and they grew up?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of my potato crop. I grew some down on the farm. And I've got a really nice setup. So Wayne, he was on here a number of months ago. So I've been fighting him to get a garden down there for years. So I spend most Saturdays on my folks' farm. Well, I got like a deal cut where like Wayne runs a skid steer and he just digs up ground. And if he digs up the ground, I plant the vegetables.
Yeah.
And every time I want to plant more, I'm like, hey Wayne, you like fried squash? You know how good fried squash is? And he'll be like, yeah, I love fried squash. I was like, we could have some plants out here. And slowly I've been expanding my garden. So that's
very cool.
Yeah, so it's good. Yeah. And I don't have to grow up in the Newton soil, which is it's just really poor.
No, I bring
it's awful. It's just clay.
Too.
I've stopped fighting it. I've stopped trying to make my soil better.
It's terrible.
I miss that good old farm soil.
Yeah. No, Dad told me. I mean, he used to always say, plant your onions next to your potatoes because the onions will make the potatoes' eyes water, and you don't even have to irrigate.
Oh, I like that. So, that's a good little. I actually had the onions. I did plant a row of onions next to my potatoes.
Makes their eyes water.
Living off the fat of the land.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, do you have a sword?
I do.
I thought you did. I was thinking about that the other day.
I have at least one. I think Sam and I were drinking one night, and I think we bought one at a Bud Palmer auction or something.
I thought you did.
Yeah, it's like a saber or something. It's weird. It's not sharp. It's got a point, but it's not sharp.
Probably get the job done.
Yeah, I guess.
Intruders came in.
No, it's not. That's not what I have for home defense. But I made one too when I was a weirdo kid on the farm. I read too much Lord of the Rings and had access to a metal shop, and I made one out of like angle iron or scrap metal or pig iron.
Of course you did.
It bends.
Yes.
But it's still out there.
That's cool. I don't know what made me think about that.
You do it okay? Anything grinding your gears?
Yeah. Everything is just, pretty damn A-okay.
You're very chill. You're very level.
I am? Well,
no rants, man.
Well, we've only had like one.
Yeah,
all right. We started.
We'll hop into the news.
Hop into the news and let's see what's going on.
So if you got your paper in the mail, you saw the grad tab. Mm-hmm. That's in there. Check that out if you have any relatives want to see who graduated.
Yeah.
We haven't had any angry calls about missing people so far, and it's Friday, so that's super good.
Oh, can I jump in on that?
Bear. Yeah.
So my mother saved mine from when I was, but it wasn't a tab. It was like in the pantograph, the century pantograph. But I'm having my 40th reunion in September.
Yeah.
I invited them all to Beer Friday. I'm like, come on down to Beer Friday.
Well, that would be exciting.
I thought so. Anyway,
I bet you were a shithead when you were in high school.
I was a shithead.
Still a shithead. So grad tab's out. We got some dates coming up. May 14th, speaking of school districts, is the deal where Newton has been, they haven't said the word bond, but it's bond. Newton is planning a bond issue. They've had a community group that's been planning this bond or looking at stuff for a while. I guess we're supposed to come up with plans like last week-ish. I have not had a chance to see the plans. I'm thinking they'll be at the school board meeting on Monday.
Okay.
But on the 14th, they unveil the plans to the community, and you are allowed to come in, check out, listen to the plans, and then give some feedback on the plans.
Give some
which
feedback.
I would encourage people to go to.
Go
because
to this.
here is how it goes. Every time there's a bond or any big thing, like, nobody pays attention, and nobody shows up to all these community sessions.
Right.
The only time people show up is when it's already done, and then they come and they complain.
Let's just gripe.
If you want to gripe away, that's like a Newton pastime, but you could come here and gripe. Like, you could actually be productive with your griping. I know that means you don't get to go on Facebook and just leave crappy comments,
no.
but you could actually do something
You could
productive.
participate.
Preach.
Yes.
It's your city. It's your school district. Participate in the process. So that's my civic little cell there.
Yeah.
The 13th, May 13th, I'm looking forward to this meeting. The city of Newton is having a work session with the county because they got to loggerheads because the county didn't want to pay for some of the shared things. And so we'll see how that goes.
That's going to be an interesting
So
one.
we'll be covering that. We've got... this week, I noticed we got the farmers markets up and
Yes,
going.
we
So
do.
if you're looking
Yeah.
for some fresh produce,
Head on over there.
You head on over. There's one over on 6th Street, 121 East 6th. There's another on 301 North Main. Are competing farmers markets.
Yep.
And I think Russ will have a story in the paper. I think Heston's trying to start a little evening farmers market or
neat.
something. I don't know any more
Probably
details.
have the inside scoop in a minute
Yeah,
on
there
that.
you go.
But yeah, okay.
Let's see. There's working on treasure follow up. That's all I'm gonna say on that. We're trying to figure that out. That was a
Yeah.
big story. We had a lot of traffic on that one. I'm trying to think of other stuff. That's the basics.
Let me ask you, because I was down by the bank today, and all over Newton, things are going up. Buildings are going up.
Sure.
Down south, there's stuff. Any word on what's going on with different places or anything cool? Or
I feel like we've covered most
Probably
of it.
have.
I think there's a little A-frame going up on Main Street.
that's what somebody told me.
It's
Yeah.
owned by the guys who have the haircut in place by us. I left some messages, didn't hear back on it. I don't know if it's a house or what. It's
Okay.
not a big deal. We covered Cava. That was the restaurant opening.
Yeah.
There was have you ever eaten at Maria's food truck? Have you heard of this?
Is it the Cedar Village one or a different one?
No, that's MJ's Burrito.
I always think I eat them all of them, but
Is it good?
Very good.
Okay. Yeah, we should do a story on that.
do,
I just
yeah.
noticed that. But yeah,
so,
okay.
if you're going down Washington Road,
Yeah.
outside towards Citizen State Bank, what's going on there by It's a new building coming up there.
Are you talking
by
about the
People.
McDonald's
Is
over
that
by
what that
People's
is?
Bank?
This
Yeah.
looks pretty nice for Mickey D's.
Yeah,
Holy
well, they're
crap,
getting
man.
fancy. That's over by People's, right?
Yeah.
Over by the south of Walmart?
Yeah,
Or am
I think-
mixing
I
this up?
believe
Yeah.
so.
It
Anyway.
should be a McDonald's, unless it's not a
I
McDonald's,
don't
but
know.
it's platted for a McDonald's.
Something's going up
So
there.
it's going to be the fancy McDonald's.
Yeah.
Don't say we don't have stuff to do in Newton. Fancy McDonald's.
You go to the McDonald's.
Woo!
Yes, okay.
That's about that. I don't know if you want to take a break or you got
No,
anything
no,
else.
I just was.
Anything else
One
of
other
interest?
thing. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
local news. I'm excited about the Pope. Chicago kid. He's a kid from Chicago.
I think
man.
there's an SNL skit where like they have the guy who does Mike Ditka dressing up as, but I don't know. And this is for our friend Andrew, but maybe the Bears could finally win a Super Bowl.
Oh, they got
It's been a drought.
They
Like,
got a ringer in there now.
They got an
Chicago
inside track.
ringer.
Yeah, I have to do more reading because I grew up Catholic. I have to
Sure,
do more
yeah.
reading to kind of know what I feel about it. But
Yeah.
so far, what I've read in my own opinion feels like a good pick. But I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll
Headlines all over just having a ball with it.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
are.
the
It's technically the
Pope,
first
yeah.
American-born pope.
Yeah, it
but he
is.
spent a lot of time in South America.
He
too.
did, yeah. So anyway, that's it. Yeah.
Should have had like a priest on here. We could have done their reaction.
Oh, we should have.
I don't know if they're allowed to say what they think about things.
I don't
but
know. No,
anyway,
they just would be like, yeah, that's good. Hey, welcome back. We have Adam. We've got Andrea from the Heston Chamber.
there you
with
go.
us.
Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you.
Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I answer to lots of things, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been called
So,
worse.
That's right.
So yeah, how are things going up there? You know,
Yeah,
you've been
fill
there
us
what,
in.
like 6 months, a year? How
I
long's it
started
been?
in September.
Okay, so
I've
coming on a
lived in
year.
Heston for the last 10 years. But yeah, I've been the chamber director there since September, and
Yeah.
we've been pretty nonstop
and
since.
you have
so.
been just setting things on fire over
Yeah.
there. I mean, you were just like,
There's all
Well, I
kinds
have
of-
Go ahead.
No, there's all kinds of things going on.
There are.
Like, you know,
Cool
it's fun.
things,
Your
yeah.
meetings are fun. Like, it's a bunch of young people. Like, it's,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
look
Very
forward
neat.
to going to your meetings
Good.
sometimes. Like,
Lunch, third
lunch.
Wednesdays of the month.
It's good lunch.
Right.
It is a good
It
lunch.
is a good
Lincoln
lunch.
or...
Heston Bakery
Oh, yeah,
usually,
Heston
but we
Bakery.
have catered with Lincoln Perk. We've catered with Plum Street Cottage before.
Yeah.
So all sorts of good stuff. Those
That's
are
how
the
we gauge
third
meetings
Wednesday.
on
By
what,
the
like,
food.
the
It
lunches.
really is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
you
That's
know.
very fair. Like this meeting here, I'm trying the truly unruly.
Truly unruly.
It's truly
Pretty good.
unruly.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Good.
8%. It'll light you up.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
take,
yeah.
take it easy on those.
Well, cool. Well, so, like, what's your, I guess, chamber-wise, what's, like, your strategy? What have you been doing to kind of just, like, reinvigorate the Heston Chamber over here?
I've been doing, previous to the chamber, I've had lots of experience just doing small business and nonprofit marketing, and a lot of that comes down to events.
Yeah.
And so chambers tend to hold a lot of events.
Right, yeah,
And
they do.
so just bringing some energy back into the event planning and really knowing how to market those, to get the information out to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've had really good turnout at any of the events that we've done so far.
Yeah, and you take a pretty broad stroke approach to marketing too. Like I know I've seen stuff online. I know you guys run some stuff in the paper. You run some stuff in the newsletter. Like you're kind of just all over the place.
She does.
Yep.
She does a great job.
Yep. We do targeted digital advertising, print advertising.
Yeah.
We do pay for social media ads. We send out things in our newsletter, which is also open for our members
Right.
to advertise in for free. So become a member. And I do. I like to take a broad approach. Like to know what all the resources are available to me, and then figure those things out. The next thing we have coming up, we might skip like the whole digital thing and go mailer.
Okay.
So
we can do that. You've had people from out of town though coming in. I mean, like
yes, and that was
attending
kind of
events, and I love that.
that was kind of the goal. Yeah, to get
Well,
some
it
more
seems like
visitor
you're trying
action.
new things, which is always good. Like
Yeah.
you're willing to try new
Yeah,
things.
and I got a great team that works with me. All the businesses have been pretty supportive of me coming up with crazy new ideas. We got one
Good.
tomorrow.
What do you got tomorrow?
Cars and coffee.
Cars and coffee.
Cars
Well,
and coffee.
It's today for them.
Oh, it's
Unless
today
they
at
follow-
9 a.m.
Yeah,
we don't have a
So-
whole lot of people that watch this on Friday.
If
I think we have 100 subscribers now. Or
No, I mean on Friday. Saturday we have a goat
Yeah.
goat
Okay.
load. Hey, we have a goat load.
Well,
goat load, which
just
is more
this
than a boat load.
morning, we are having Cars and Coffee. It is a trial event to have more traction on our second Saturday shopping.
Okay.
So Newton does third Thursdays. We like to do second Saturdays. We have all sorts of shopping in town, antiques, boutique stuff. We've got spas, salons, coffee, sandwiches.
Do you have enough?
Cars.
Did you have
No,
an update on
I
the
don't-
grocery
that's-
store?
That was not in the no. I forgot to mention that was
knew
off
that.
limits. I forgot to mention that was off limits.
Oh, sorry.
You can cut that. Okay.
Okay.
But okay, well that's really cool. Well, I'm excited about it, and I hope you still do it. That building you guys had the Christmas deal in,
Yes.
like do a haunted house. You have to do a
Well-
haunted house. That building is creepy as heck. Like it never stopped. You took me back there
I
one day,
know,
and it was
I
amazing.
know.
It kept going and going.
We
and
are
going.
definitely open to the possibility of doing a haunted house.
That doesn't sound like a hard commitment.
Oh, no,
Open
not
to
at
the
all.
possibility of doing a haunted house. What if Bruce and I would get some masks and come in there with like bladeless chainsaws? What if we volunteered? Bruce and I will do that.
We're
Yeah,
in
we'll
Harvey
do that.
County. You guys, you could be the Harvey County now haunted house.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
I don't
wanna-
want to do
I
it
I
when
like
you're
coming
in
up with
charge.
ideas and
I
having
don't wanna
other
be-
people
we
do the
just-
work.
I don't
Yeah,
like
no.
to
That's
do
where
the
we're
We're
things.
idea men, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We do blues, Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
But
what,
no, that is definitely on the kind of the high ideal list, especially that space and the other spaces that are unused in Heston. We're looking at how can we utilize those in the meantime to either do some temporary pop-up shops, experience activities, and things like that. So you never know
Okay.
what's going to pop up in Heston.
All right. Very cool.
well, we were trying to find out interesting stuff about our guests, and we understand that you are not just a chamber person, you're not just a marketing person, you're also quite the talented musician.
Yes, that's correct. I sing and play the piano. And in some performance worlds, I'm considered a triple threat.
So you sing, you play the piano, and you dance, or what?
No, I whistle.
You're a whistler.
Yes.
She's
You're
a whistler.
Well, Bruce and I are both whistlers too. So how'd you become
like
a
to
whistler?
whistle.
Like, do you practice whistles?
Yeah,
Is
how'd
there
this
like a
come
whistle
about?
concert?
Well, I don't necessarily practice, but I pretty much whistle nonstop. It's
Okay.
kind of like a coping, like a stimming
Like
a
stimming?
thing. Yeah.
What do you? So
I
what,
just
what
swear,
tune
I think
do
it's
you
called
do that?
Tourette's.
What tune?
Well, most of the time when I'm stimming, it's a soft like whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
something like that. And then, but no, if I'm in the car and a tune breaks out, and I do a lot more whistling when my voice is gone because I can still like
Okay.
belt
You can
it
still-
out, but it's a whistle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you have a family member that's a whistler, you know?
Yes.
Fill us in on that.
My grandmother was a professional whistler.
A professional.
Yes, I use the term very broadly. She was when anytime our family would get together for a family reunion or things like that, we'd all gather around and do some singing, and my grandma would just belt out in these beautiful whistling harmonies.
Okay.
Whether it was an alto harmony or a higher harmony
Yeah.
with everyone, it was just gorgeous.
So
It
she
was-
would like harmonize while people sing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And then I found out after she passed, somebody came up with a recording of where she was hired to go whistle a performance at like a revival service.
Whoa.
And so she traveled to go do this revival service and whistle, and it was recorded. And I was like, that's where I get it. My
There you go.
grandma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was passed
well, now
down.
you have to give us an
Yeah.
example of
beautiful
your
gift.
your whistling skills
Yeah.
here.
Okay, what do you want to hear?
Well, you could. Let's see here. Like, you know, like the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" song.
That's
Can
a
you do that
whistling
one? Because
song.
it starts
Yeah.
out. It starts out the. Sorry, I didn't bring an instrument to like get us at a level. Okay.
I gotta wet my whistle.
There we go. I like it.
Yep.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we got some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Now it's your spot. Very good.
That was a little weak.
Appreciate it.
That was
fantastic.
weak.
Well, it's because you're not drinking enough Truly here. You gotta.
You gotta wet your whistle when you whistle.
Well, thank you for that.
That was
performance.
fantastic.
That was really
Thank you.
That was weak.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful.
that was
No,
good.
it's
That
fine.
was a lot of fun. That
Yeah.
was cool.
If you're ever in my vicinity and you wonder where that sound is coming from, it's probably
It's you.
It's probably me whistling.
You're
Well, very
whistling.
cool.
And
I
my
love
kids
it.
like to kind of play a game of it. Like if they're, I'll just start randomly whistling, Minecraft theme music in the kitchen because they're in the living room playing. And
They do a game.
Mario themes,
Yeah.
all that stuff. They whatever I've recently heard, that's when I'm whistling while I'm cooking dinner.
I'm a hummer or a singer, and so like Joey and Lindsay do this game, and it runs me up the wall. But they'll say some word and they'll associate it with a song,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll see like how easy they can get me to sing or hum a song in the office. They do it all of production night, and it's so rude, and I won't realize it after they've done it like 6 times, and they're all laughing over
Because
at
they're
me.
just like dropping tips
Yeah,
to
they're
see if
just
you'll
dropping
start
random
singing
words,
it.
and then I'll just
Yeah.
start singing it. So it's super frustrating. Well, anything
That
else
sounds
we
like a
should talk
fun
about?
game.
Yeah.
No, I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to you and all those other
Oh, yeah.
mothers
Yeah,
out there.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
Happy
Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And just a big shout out to our friend Bill Ryan. Who passed
Oh
away.
my goodness! Yeah.
I don't want to bring everybody down. He was
No,
such a great
I know.
guy.
Well, we don't. It's not bringing anyone down.
No.
Honoring Bill Ryan. He was
No,
just
he
a
was
solid dude.
solid dude.
He was an
Early
early
adopter
adopter
of
of the paper. He was
Kinda-
just a fun guy to
he was
talk
a
to.
great
I'd
dude.
call him up. He was great. He helped out with Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Bill Ryan, and and we were talking about this in the office. Like, I don't think there's anyone, if you want to say, who left their mark on Newton more than Bill Ryan, because every single one of those wood signs little wood.
Yep.
Yeah, we have one in the office. Like blasted signs. Like he sandblasted so many different business
really
signs.
did.
And
Yep. Yeah.
And he just kind of left his mark. He was just a good
He
guy.
did, and he had that Munsters car thing he was working on, which I thought was beautiful.
He was a cool dude.
Yeah,
so anyway, here's Bill Ryan
and all the mothers out there,
and all the moms out there, and be kind.
Be kind.
Have a good week.
Be kind.
Have a good week.